Ye come seeking adventure and salty old pirates, eh?
Greetings mates, welcome back to Pirate's Life, and welcome back to part 2 of my 1500 subscriber Q&A. I got several requests to do a part 2 since I didn't do all the questions in part 1, so I really hope that I answer all the questions that I got. Again, if I leave any out because I'm spacing, I will answer your question in the comments, so please forgive me if I miss your comment, but I'm going to try to get them all this time. And just to mention about subscribers really quick, I don't get why YouTube does this, but some days I'll have like 1,523 subscribers, I'll check back, I have like 1,515, and then it goes back up to like 1,519. So I'm not sure if that's just people unsubscribing or if YouTube takes away subscribers. It's really weird, but kind of makes me go "Urgh" when I see that. Anyways, on to the question. So the first one I'm going to answer is from Master Finland. Master Finland asked, what would you chance about Pirates 5? Well, I wouldn't chance anything. I think he meant change. And forgive me if I've mentioned this before, but here are some of the things I would change about Pirates 5. I would include more ride references, because again, I think Pirates 5 is the only Pirates film with the least amount of references to the original ride at Disneyland. I'd also change Barbossa dying. I know he made a big sacrifice to save Karina and Henry and Jack, but I would have liked the film to end with Barbossa and Karina going off, sailing off together happily, so he could return for a Pirates 6 if there is one. I would want them to actually explain how Salazar knows that Jack giving away the compass releases them from the triangle. That's kind of vague in the film. So yeah, those are some major things I would change about the film. Adrian Martin asked, have you played any Pirates games? Some of them are awesome at World's End. Also, would you do some gameplay if you can? I know I've said this a lot, but I really want to do gameplay in the near future. And I really want to play at World's End on PS3 or Xbox 360 because the gameplay looks amazing. I played it and beat it on PC, but it's just not the same because really it's not that great. But for Pirates games, I've played Pirates of the Caribbean, the one that came out when Curse of the Black Pearl came out. I've played The Legend of Jack Sparrow on PS2. I've played Lego Pirates of the Caribbean on both Xbox 360 and PC, even though they're pretty much the same game. I played the mobile game that came out around on Stranger Tides. It was like called... What was it called? I don't remember what it was called. It's bad. There's the title. I have played Tides of War. I've also played Virtual Magic Kingdom, which is an online like Disney park game. That's a long story. I used to play that since opening day, and that opened back 13 years ago. But there's a Pirates of the Caribbean section and minigame in there. And Connect Disneyland Adventures has a Pirates of the Caribbean game, which is really fun, and Disney Infinity. I might have missed some in there too. Adrian also asked what are my top 10 moments of the entire saga, and who are my top favorite characters. And actually I'm going to do 2 videos pretty soon showing these two to answer your question basically. So Adrian, you're getting your own video made for you, sort of. So look out for those soon. My top 10 favorite moments in the entire saga, and who are my top 10 favorite characters. Captain Hector Barbossa asked, do you like the evolution of the old Pirates of the Caribbean characters, Jack, Hector, and Gibbs, in the last movie? Have you already thought about a possible plot for Pirates 6? I do like the evolution. I think Barbossa has come a long way from being the villain in the first film, to coming back to helping save Jack from Davy Jones's locker, to joining the King's Navy, and to having a daughter and becoming like a really fancy pirate, and being a father. So I really like Barbossa's evolution. Jack's pretty much the same, even though Johnny's portrayal of him has changed. So Jack really hasn't evolved that much over the course of the saga. He's had to face some challenges, like he was going to stab Davy Jones's heart, but then he had Will do it to save Will's life. Then he saved Angelica's life with the fountain. And then I like where Gibbs is at. Gibbs has kind of remained the same over the course of the 5 films, but he started out in the Navy, then he became a pirate with Jack's crew. So I like that Gibbs has been around and stuck there all this time. Clemson Pirate asked, what is your opinion on the heavy use of Will Turner being cursed to the Dutchman and not bound to it in Pirates 5? Do you think that Will stopped fearing souls at the afterlife? I mean, Calypso still exists, just not in human form. No matter how you slice it, it isn't clearly explained in the film. Just because you're the captain of the Flying Dutchman doesn't mean you automatically qualify to be cursed. You have to quit fearing souls to be cursed by Calypso. That's something that I don't think Jeff Nathanson fully understood, which leads me to my final question. What was your overall opinion of Jeff Nathanson and the job that he did with the screenplay and the story? So the first part... I don't want to keep using this excuse, but I want to do a whole video talking about Will's curse to the Dutchman. But how I kind of think of it is that once Davy Jones died, maybe the 10-year cycle of being captain was broken, and not in a good way. Maybe with Calypso being freed and Davy Jones dying, maybe Calypso cursed Will or cursed whoever the captain would be to being the captain forever so they could ferry souls. Because in my headcanon, after the Outworld's End post-credits scene when Will comes back, they think, oh, Elizabeth was faithful to him, he'll be able to stay on land, but he gets called back to the Dutchman and they're like, okay, what happened? What's going on? So I think Will continues to ferry the souls, but he's becoming more like the ship, kind of like Bootstrap. So I think he was still doing his job, but then again, maybe he wasn't, and that's why Davy Jones has come back as a sign to him that he needs to keep ferrying souls. Again, I'll do a whole video on this soon, I know I say that a lot. And in regard to Jeff Nathanson and the screenplay, I think he did a good job, but there were some missed opportunities and some retconned items, especially with Jack's compass. But I think overall Jeff did a great job with writing the adventure, the comedy, the interaction of the characters. But if he were to write Pirates 6, I would want to be a console for him so that he doesn't get any more canon facts wrong. Vicente Productions asked about Will's heart returning to his chest or staying in the dead man's chest once the curse was broken. And I think since the Dutchman captain can basically apparate from land to the ship, I think the curse being broken, his heart went back into his body. It would have been so awesome to see in the post-credits scene the dead man's chest sitting in the corner. Maybe it would be a little bit hard to see, or maybe there was a cloth over it. But to see that in the corner, just to see that Elizabeth kept it in the house. But yeah, I think that Will's heart returned to his chest because if the curse of the Dutchman is really broken, he couldn't really live without his heart. And he asked my opinion on Cutthroat Island. I haven't seen the movie the whole way through. I've seen bits and pieces of it. My mom used to watch it on TV a lot, but I only caught little bits of it. It's like a fun adventure film. Maybe I should do my review of that, even though it's not Disney or anything. Dylan Stump asked about who had the best character arc, and I think I answered that earlier with Barbossa. Andrew Shacklefilm asked, I'm curious if you could live on any island in the Pirates of the Caribbean world, what island would I live on? Probably not Isla Cruces. No, Isla de Muerta, that's in the sea. Isla Tesoro is the island in Pirates of the Caribbean rides. So I think I'd live there because it has the whole village, Jack's there, there'd be food and rum there. So yeah, Isla Tesoro from the ride. So yeah, that was my part 2 Q&A. Some of the questions I didn't specifically answer because I answered them in other ways in this video or the previous one. But again, I'm going to go through to each comment and like them and reply if I didn't get to them in these videos. Thank you so much for your continued support. You're all part of me crew. I will see you soon with a brand new Pirates video. And remember, there be more than one way to live the Pirate's life. Tom mates.
The sea awaits your return, and so does Davy Jones. When next you sail, you'll sail with Davy Jones, and none shall escape.
Hi, puppy. My puppy's joining me.